At the count of three, Mr. President, may we request you to cut the ribbon. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mr. President. This is indeed a momentous occasion, ladies and gentlemen, as the StB Giga Factory is the first in the Philippines to produce lithium iron phosphate batteries and the first locator of the PhilInvest Innovation Park in New Clark City, Capas Tarlac. The establishment of the StB Giga Factory is a result of the President's state visit to Melbourne, Australia, last 3rd of March 2024, where he was able to secure a whopping 1.53 billion US dollars or 86 billion worth of investments through the signing of business deals. This included the Memorandum of Understanding between StB Giga and the Basis Conversion and Development Authority, or BCDA, committing to further upgrade its factory capacity from an initial 600 megawatts to 2 gigawatt hours by 2023. StB Giga and its efforts aims to establish a sustainable and smart community that contributes to the nation's social and economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. At this point, the President is viewing the memory lane of StB Giga Factory Incorporated. Our memory lane that details the history of StB Giga and its efforts in establishing a sustainable and smart community. And now we shall witness the ceremonial switch on that signifies the start of the factory's full operation. The President will be joined by our Chairman, Mr. Trevor Baker, and our CEO, Mr. Dennis Ibarra. At the count of three, Mr. President, may we invite you to please press the button. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Mr. President. At this point, we shall witness the President as he tours StB Giga's next generation battery manufacturing facility. He is currently being briefed by Facilities and Site Services Senior Manager, Mr. Teddy Barreto. Joining the tour, our Chairman, Trevor Baker, and our CEO, Mr. Dennis Ibarra. Ladies and gentlemen, let us direct our attention on the LED wall for you to check out and join the President as he make a tour in the facility. StB Giga, through its 2 billion worth of investments, built the country's first facility to produce lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are used in renewable energy, electric vehicles, and solar power industries for residential, commercial, and industrial purposes. This 5,000 square meter facility is fully equipped with the latest technologies in the industry. It aims to export 70% of its output to Australia and Southeast Asia and to enter the electric vehicle product market in the coming years. Truly, this facility is a testament to the administration's strong partnership with the Australian government towards sustainable economic growth and clean energy in the country. Once again, mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Good morning, everybody. It's my, on behalf of, it's my huge pleasure and honour on behalf of the directors, the staff, and the workers here at StB Giga Factory to be able to welcome the President of the Philippines today. To welcome not only the President, but Ambassador HKU, the Capas Mayor, Rodriguez. Everyone is a special guest here, but the very special ones are the Department of Trade and Investment, Cristina Roche, and the BCDA Chairman, GT, General Thompson, Lantion, and Philinvest President and CEO, Mrs. Josephine Yap. But you're all special guests for us today. We're very privileged to be able to be here and welcome all of you at this particular day. It is a very important day, really, for Philippines and the Innovation Centre here. And Mr. President, I've had the honour of having to welcome you for the third time. 14 months ago, I had the honour of welcoming you to the signing of the contract to build this factory 14 months ago. And then in Melbourne for the ASEAN Australian Special Summit, where I must say the delegations from the Philippines swamped all the other Asian countries and were very impressive. And there was a special investment section that the President chaired, where we entered into contracts to double the planned size of the factory by 2030. For our other investment in pure EV to roll out our electric trikes in more and more cities, whereas we've been concentrating on Antipolo and Quezon City, and to also not only make the batteries but sell energy solutions to commercial premises. Once we clean the air with getting rid of gasoline exhausts and improve our health, the next move is solar on every roof and batteries supporting that to provide 24/7 power, and especially in some of the islands that we have here.
StB Giga Factory Incorporated officials, fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. If you will notice, I have this silly grin on my face, and that is because this is really a very, very exciting day for us. And we have worked very hard and tried to do our best to bring this kind of technology to the Philippines with a clear recognition that this is the future. And today we see that. The future, we take a big step into the future. So now we are, as you say, entering a new age where the battery technology has taken, is front and center in all that we are trying to do. When the term lithium iron phosphate came out, well, we thought this is another complicated technology, and perhaps it belongs in very sophisticated operations such as space travel and the like. However, that now is completely different because we have that technology now here in the Philippines, and this promises to be a first step in all that we are hoping to do, not only to help not only to help and create jobs for Filipinos, not only to bring a transfer of technology to the Philippines, but also because we now are able to do a very solid and serious step in mitigating and adapting to climate change. This is something perhaps that we would hear, perhaps when we first heard this is something that just a scientist would be using. These are terms that only scientists would be using, but no longer. Because we are now in the middle of a technological storm. We may not be launching rockets just yet, but despite the weather's best attempts, we are stepping boldly into the future. A future that is sustainable, innovative, and transformative. This inauguration of the StB Giga Factory is a remarkable example of what happens when our national agenda of promoting clean energy intersects with a solid commitment from the private sector. Your Excellency, Ambassador, you hit the nail on the head there. This is the best example that we can show. Not only because we have finally brought it to fruition, but we brought it to fruition in what I consider to be record time. In fact, this development is among the pledges that we received during the Philippine Business Forum in Australia, Melbourne, last March, in Canberra. 6 months later, we are witnessing how this pledge has come into reality. I cannot overstate the importance of this investment, hence the silly grin on my face. It sends this message to the world. The Philippines is now ready to innovate, to lead, to become the go-to destination for high-tech, high-impact investments. As the first manufacturing plant in the Philippines for advanced iron phosphate batteries, often used in renewable energy and electrical vehicles, the St. B Giga Factory sets the stage for the Philippines to become a player in clean storage and in clean energy storage in our part of the world, in Southeast Asia, in our region. Looking towards the future, when this factory reaches full capacity, it's expected to channel 5 billion pesos into the economy annually. It will create 2,500 jobs for Filipinos. And these are not just regular jobs. These are very important high-tech jobs, which is where these are the quality jobs that we would like to bring to our countrymen. So from engineers and technicians to administrative personnel, it is about nurturing homegrown talent and offering opportunities that match the ambitions right here on our own soil. When St. B Giga hits full capacity by 2030, it will be producing 2 gigawatt hours of batteries annually. This is the equivalent to around 18,000 electric vehicles, almost 500,000 home battery systems. This facility runs in tandem with the Philippines' renewable energy landscape as we transition our country to renewable energy. Your products could help entice more investors in renewable energy facilities in the country. The upstream and the downstream businesses that will come from this are just going to be tremendous. We also welcome St. B Giga's plan to enter the EV product market in the coming years. This certainly aligns with our plans to develop the country's EV industry and produce locally made EVs and EV components, reducing our reliance on imported fuel. To promote local engineering talent, and this is another very exciting aspect to what we have opened here today, St. B Giga also has committed to set up partnerships with Philippine academic and industry institutions. We hear very much in this day and age about the transition into the digital space, the transition into high-tech industries. And the key to the success of that transition is, the buzzwords now are reskilling and upskilling. And that is why we hold very much important to the training that will be received by by local Filipinos, and who will be able to take that new skills, the new knowledge, and bring it to operations such as this. With renewable energy sources, and while they were once, and EVs were once seen as just options, they must now be our path forward to adapt and to mitigate the effects of climate change. Every step that we make towards sustainable energy development is an investment in a brighter, healthier future for our children, for our country. To the entire team behind the St. B Giga Factory, thank you for taking this leap of faith with us. You have established a foundation for a cleaner, greener, and more prosperous bagong Pilipinas. And to the rest of us, I will say, don't blink. Change is happening faster than you think, even when faced with challenges like Typhoon Julian. While we are here discussing innovation, the government is working behind the scenes. Thousands of family food packs are now being prepared. Healthcare centers are on high alert, and our farmers and fisherfolk are taking steps to safeguard their livelihoods. The Typhoon Julian is going to pass north of the Philippines, so those in regions 1, 2, and 3, as well as NCR and CAR, know that we are not just talking about resilience. We are making it happen. So if you are an entrepreneur, a startup, an industry leader, wondering where to place your next big bet, look no further. We have the talent, certainly the determination, and now the infrastructure to make your boldest ideas a reality, even if the weather tries to say otherwise. Let us remember why we are doing this. Beyond the figures and the projections and the technology, it comes down to our shared responsibility to our environment and to the next generation. Once again, congratulations to everyone who has been involved both in the private sector and in the public sector in making this a reality. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at sama-sama nating isulong ang isang mas matatag na bagong Pilipinas. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat, mahal na Pangulo. Thank you, Mr. President. May we request the President to kindly remain on stage and grant us a photo opportunity. To assist the President, may we call on our Special Assistant to the President, Anton Lagdameo. May we call on our first set, the executives and VIPs. Please come on stage. Joining them are DDI Acting Secretary Cristina Aldeguer-Roque, PCO Secretary Cesar Chavez, StB Giga Management, please get ready. Thank you so much to our StB Giga executives and VIPs. Next, may we call on StB Giga Management to please proceed on stage. StB Giga staff, please stand by. Once again, StB Giga staff, please stand by. Thank you to StB Giga Management. Finally, may we call on the StB Giga staff to please proceed on stage. Thank you, maraming salamat, StB Giga staff. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our program for today. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing us with your presence and for your continued support to sustainable and renewable energy initiatives in the country. We are confident that this milestone will open the doors for more investment opportunities, strengthen our bilateral relations with the Australian government. Muli, maraming salamat po, mahal na Pangulo. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. May we request everyone to please remain seated until the President has left the venue.
But I'm quite impressed with StB Giga that they were able to do this in the short time that we had. Marso lang namin pinirmahan ito, nandito na 6 na buwan. And look at the extent. This is the first of only three. This is only the first of 3 buildings. So the investment is a major one, and it is a major investment in a very critical industry. Siguro, mula nung ako'y umupo, naririnig nyo na akong nagsasalita tungkol sa batteries, tungkol sa EVs, electrical vehicles, tungkol sa renewables. Well, eto na ito. We actually managed to do it, and with our partners from StB Giga, and with the very strong alliance that we have with the government of Australia. But again, this is again a perfect example of kaya namin lagi napapag-usapan yung PPP dahil ganito ang maaring gawin kapag nag-PPP together, government at saka private sector ay nag-uugnay at pareho nagsasang-ayon kung ano yung kailangan gawin. Kaya mabilis itong nangyari. And yes, I'm certainly very happy. And I'm very proud for all of those who were involved in the day-to-day that brought this day about. All right? Salamat. Salamat.